Please allow the journalist only to go in, please. Please allow the journalist only to go in, please.
Ready to talk now.
Your Excellency, the government, the federal government, under the leadership of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, approved funds for the remediation of this village, this contaminated site. It will look a little bit like just scraping the ground. This involves sequenced and mechanical processes, and it involves three major MDAs of government. The Federal Ministry of Environment, under the Pollution Control Department, the supervision of the department, the director is here, Mrs. Bagega, and her team, is in charge of remediating this site. Then afterwards, we expect the Ministry of Health to come and take care of the cases, health hazards that have already been, they're just scattered all over the community. And then finally, we're working through the Mines and Steel Ministry to ensure effective artisanal mining. Your Excellencies, Honorable Minister of Information and the Good Governance team, I want to crave your indulgence that you please give some 5 to 10 minutes of concentration here. I would want you to listen because this is a very serious issue. We have evidence all over the world. It's been proven scientifically that the effects of lead poisoning lead to cognitive impairment. I'm talking about the brain. That people who are challenged with this contamination, who go through this contamination, have impaired brain development. We're talking about raising educational standards, we're talking about productive communities, we're talking about raising children that will run the country. And here we are challenged. The government has come in. We are grateful to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for moving to take care of this very long-standing challenge in the country. I want to seize this opportunity to appreciate Terra Graphics. You can see the young lady there. Mr. Simba, thank you so very much. And where is she? Casey is now part of our community. Okay, now I'm a freshman. Casey is now part of the Bagega community. Your Excellency, Sir Terra Graphics, Simba is here. And we have some technical information that might interest you, because when we go out to speak to the community in the language they best understand, there would be some information that needs to be given so they have a good grasp of it. At this juncture, I think it would be worth the while if I give Terra Graphics to say a few words. I also have your Commissioner for Environment. Just very few words. So this scraping you see is not just done like that. It's sequenced and it's mechanically done. There are so many measurements that have taken place here with a lot of machines. And even the way it is done is professionally supervised. After all this soil is taken off, they come to fill it. Even the walls of the buildings have to be remediated. So it's been an enormous task. Initially, we had to move all the people. And so far, out of 417 homes, we have 300 already remediated. You will see the industrial site, which is awesome, with the number of people there. You would see the contamination of the water. And it is my hope that as we aim to educate people on safer mining techniques, that the state government of ZAMFARA would give us the maximum support required. We will need advocacy and sensitization so that people understand the ills of this. Could I give Graphics to say a few words to the team?
Honorable Minister, Your Excellency, sorry, I breached protocol, but Your Excellency, the Governor of ZAMFARA, Honorable Minister, we appreciate that you have come to visit us here today. My name is Simba Tirima. I work with Graphics International Foundation, and my colleague Casey is here with me. We've been here actually since May 2010 in ZAMFARA, and in Bagega in particular. We arrived in February, and we've been working with the Federal Ministry of Environment as well as the State Ministry of Environment in this awesome work. As you heard, Honorable Minister said that this is one of the worst contaminations we've seen in the world. It is true. Children have died here. Children will be affected irrevocably by the exposure of this lead. We are grateful to you, Honorable Minister, that you have expedited the release of funds to this project so that we can rid this village of this contamination once and for all. And toward the end of June, we will be able to hand over a certificate indicating that indeed Bagega is clean. Our hope is that Bagega shall remain clean, and we're very confident in the state for their ability to continue the advocacy work that has already begun here. Thank you so very much. My name is Simba Tirima.
Your Excellency, we have been doing this along with your Commissioner for Environment, and I want to seize this opportunity to appreciate the role that he has played. He has been very up and doing, coordinating the work here with the Federal Ministry of Environment. And I'm glad to say that not only has he been working hard, he's been very articulate in what is happening. He knows the processes. We just want him to use the language, if you permit, to speak to us in a few minutes. Luga, I'm sure you can speak it.
I will talk on existing protocol, the good governance team, Excellency, Assalamu alaikum. Now, I really say, oh, okay, the house, okay. Okay, I really want to appreciate all that is happening here. I am happy that this is happening while I'm Commissioner of Environment. This is really something I look forward to and I'm really proud of. There's a lot of transformation going on here. We must understand. People's lives have been transformed. The environment has been transformed. What is happening here is also as a result of combined effort of the federal government and also the collaboration of the state and Graphics. The funds provided for this remediation exercise is 100% from the federal government. I'm not sure. It's 100% from the federal government. The technical expertise, I can confidently say, is 90% indigenous. So this shows us that we are capable of helping our people. I think the message that is going out here today, especially as a result of the negative press that has happened over time concerning our seeming uninterest in addressing the issues of Bagega, is that we, Nigerians, are capable of handling and taking care of our own. I really appreciate what you're doing. May God bless you. And the state governor has really been up and doing. If they say I'm hardworking, it's because I have somebody holding a very big stick behind me at times. So I really must appreciate His Excellency. Thank you very much for trusting in us. The Minister, thanks for trusting this on us. And I really appreciate it. And long live Nigeria. Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Muna godiya ga Allah da ya nuna muna wannan rana wanda muka samu wannan bakunta na manyan ministoci da mai girma gwamna wanda suka zo su ga aikin da ake yi. Babban abin da ke faruwa a nan shine cewa wannan gubar dalma da ta addabi mutane, to insha Allahu ga dukkan alamu gwamnatin tarayya ta haɗa hannu da gwamnatin jiha, kuma insha Allahu an zo ƙarshen ta. Babban abin da nake son mutane su fahimta, kuma mu yi godiya ga Allah gare shi, shine mai girma gwamna kokari shi tun lokacin da aka naɗa shi yana cikin garuruwan da ya fara zuwa. Aikin ya tsaya saboda ruwan sama kafin su gwamnatin tarayya ta zo ta shiga ciki. Ina godiya ga mai girma minista ga irin goyon bayan da take bamu na ganin cewa wannan aiki mun kammala shi kafin damuna ta kai ga tsayawa sosai. Abin da ke faruwa shine ga duk irin surutan da aka yi ta yi da na sukar gwamnatin tarayya da gwamnatin jiha na nuna cewa ba su nuna damuwa ba, to Allah ya kawo mana rana wanda yake cewa mutane sun tabbatar ma idanunsu ba haka bane. Wannan aikin gwamnatin tarayya ta bada kuɗi yin shi, haɗin gwiwa da duk mutanen da ke aiki ko za ku shaida cewa.
Sir, please, this has given opportunity for employment also, and because of the level of exposure, because it's internationally best practice manner that this is done, I'm glad to tell you that 19 of your indigents from ZAMFARA, Environmental and Sanitation Agency, have been employed here, HND workers. We also have 32. These we call crew managers, the 19. We have 32 we call crew supervisors. And we have 164 unskilled workers around here. Now, over time, as we move from one zone to the other, depending on the quantum of job, we increase whatever skills we need. It is important that those working here pay attention. Terrographics is an international organization, and because we're doing it right, we don't anticipate that we would have a repeat. But since we have our people here, it is incumbent that they listen, they pay attention, they work hard, so they take this practice along with them, and we have mastery. Thank you.
You are all welcomed here. This has been a very Herculean task, but for my minister, nothing would have happened. Madam, I just want to thank you, ma, for giving us the support. And Your Excellency, sir, the commissioner has been so good with us. And Terragraphics, we just want to thank you. My project manager and Terragraphics, as we go along, will give you the details of the work that has been done. The community has been very accommodating, very, very accommodating. We thank you all. Thank you very much.
Group. What is about outbreak of the lead poison. As federal government to do one immediate remediation that we are witnessing now. The second one will be the medication. The third one will be safe mining. Now this goes together, all the three. We are happy with the amount of money so far released by Mr. President, over 800 million naira for this project. The executive governor of Zamfara State has been an ally in making sure this problem is solved. We are here to see what is going on. The having from
opposed to the survival of young people in this community. We must not forget that it is unprofessional mining that has led to this. The cause of this is open pit mining that was not done professionally, which exposed this community to lead poisoning. Therefore, whatever we're doing here, federal government's attention is to ensure that mining in this environment is controlled, follows professional lines, and that the safety of our people is not endangered by any miner operating in our country. Therefore, both the Minister of the Environment and the Minister of Mines still and still development are working in tandem to ensure, and Minister of Health, all of them have been instructed by Mr. President to network and ensure that the question of the issue of lead poisoning, not only here in Bagega and ZAMFARA, but anywhere else in the country, is prevented. That is indeed the ultimate goal, of this intervention. But let me sincerely commend my colleague, the Minister of the Environment, because she's been up and doing. She has come here severally, and this has shown leadership. And that is why today we're talking about leaving this community in June, a very safe place for its inhabitants. I also want to commend particularly the Minister of Health, because I know that altogether they've been here to ensure proper medication of people that are already poisoned. And but our gratitude goes to the state government for the leadership and collaboration His Excellency has shown all this while ensuring that the federal intervention leads to results in this environment. Our international partners, Graphics and all those who appreciate what we are doing. And, this shows that when we all work together, the work is really a safer place. Finally, for the people of Bagega, because when we live, in the end, it is what you do that will lead to your safety. And I think it's important that all the people of this community, the traditional rulers, the community leaders, the women and children of this community are properly trained and instructed. That is the whole purpose, because without that training, it is possible that contamination will still occur after we have vacated this environment. So for the ministries involved, the director who has worked so hard, thank you, because we have shown a lot of leadership. All of you, please let us work hard to finally imbibe in this community the knowledge and the culture, the attitude that will ensure that they not only will prevent but also detect anyone operating in this environment that is likely to contaminate and endanger their lives. That way, we will leave a legacy here at Bagega. Thank you very much.
The ground, and he can tell us the level of contamination. And if Sagir is here with us, or Kabiru, he can show us very quickly how to, he can actually test that mountain of ore and tell you how highly contaminated it is. If you have any questions, at this point, you can field the questions real quickly.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Shafir Suleiman. I report for AIT. We spoke a while ago with some of the victims, and we realized that what you are doing here may not have the desired impact, but the fact that it is being done halfway. They told us that initially you wanted to, after remediating the soil, also remediate the buildings as well. But as it is now, you're limiting yourself to only remediating the soil. And then they also talk about the fact that when there is rain, as soon as it rains and then the pollution comes down to where you've already remediated, is it not going back to square one?
Check, madam.
Let me just explain the remedial process. As the Honorable Minister defined it, it's a mechanical removal of soil, but it's sequenced, and we're not only removing soil from the compounds, but also we are remediating walls that are contaminated. They built some of their walls with that ore, sand, and all the walls that are contaminated with that material are the cement or the plaster, whether it's mud plaster or cement plaster, is coming down and headed to the landfill. And we are replacing that with clean cement. There are compounds that have cement floors that are contaminated as well. We are capping those floors with a thick layer of cement that will immobilize the lead there forever. In terms of lead coming back in form of rain, lead does not evaporate. Lead is a heavy metal. It stays in the soil, it stays in the ground. If it gets into water, it settles in the sediment below. There isn't a chance that lead will evaporate or when it rains and it's deposited back with rainfall. Mercury is a different case altogether, but lead is not that kind of a metal.
It's the water you drink that is drink the water, then it's carrying the poison with it. That's the question that they're asking.
There are so many places that this thing happened, and the remediation has taken place, and they are now safe from this late. So if maybe you have not seen the size of this town, so that's why you are thinking of relocating them. And you know the geographical location and the history, and how people are taking it important. To convince them to move them is not something that is easy, but this is the best way to do it. And the state government earlier on is on top of it. And we have been working together with the federal government to get this thing done. And God in His mercy decided this time around, and we are about to see it by June of this year. Thank you.
So in the compound, we need less than 400 in the compound, while in the exteriors, we need less than 1,002. That is the actual level.